like and hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. Hit a likey like. Hit a likey like. Hit a likey like. Hit a likey like. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. Hit a like, hit a like. 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 If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or I don't like that beat. Let me turn on If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. Because I'm afraid for my TikTok cyber life. I'm afraid for my TikTok cyber life. You know we can't be tapping on the screen. So if you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. Hey, pretty. Hey, Debbie Kate. Hey, Smiley. Hey, Lisa. Y'all come on in. We are live on all social media platforms today. So that means if you are watching me anywhere else besides TikTok, you are going to see what I share on my screen today. So, guys, if you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please, because you know these TikTok AI bots, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for my cyber life. So please hit the like, hit like. Hey, come on now, y'all. Come on now. Y'all know we can't. You know we can't do that over here now. You know TikTok don't play, baby. They don't want you to like yourself or love yourself over here on this app. So guys, do me a favor, hit the like, hit the like. So guys, we're gonna do some training today. I actually don't know how long we're gonna be on here today. I don't want to feel rushed, so I'm gonna take my time today. If you can stay around for this training, for this information, for this mastermind, for this brainstorming, I would love for you to be on. If you want more information, but you can't stay, because y'all know when I get to teaching, I get to teaching. When I get to brainstorm, when I get them downloads, baby, you know how they come. If you can't stay for that, go ahead and feel free to go to my profile and download my free guide on how to start a mobile testing service. Okay, that way you can just get the information. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, email me, or what have you. Okay. Anyway, for those of you that are new to my platform, I am Coach Portia. I am the income creator out here in these streets. I show people how to get a bag and keep a bag. It's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. I have a proven track record of helping people get to it, period. But today we're talking about how you can get certified as a specimen collector and start your own mobile testing service. If you want a physical location, you can get one. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you. So first of all, let's talk about why you want to get certified, especially in this economy, guys. As a specimen collector, you're performing collections for transportation companies, construction companies, right? So many different companies, right? The list goes on and on. But it's recession proof. So when companies start cutting back, compliance does not sleep. I keep telling y'all, no matter what happens, no matter how many people get laid off, how many companies do what they do, even when hiring slows down, the testing continues. People still get hurt on the job. People still apply for new positions. Courts still require testing. Business owners still have to stay compliant. So this is why you want to lock into this. Also, guys, it's low startup and it's a high paying skill. So unlike many other companies, businesses, y'all know, you don't need thousands of dollars to get started. So all you have to do is just get certified, get you some supplies, which in my training, you get set up with the labs. They're going to send you your supplies and everything like that. Average for testing, guys, in this industry, you're making anywhere between 55 to 250 per collection. After hours, you will charge more. You don't leave your house for under $1,000. I keep telling y'all, don't leave your house for under $1,000. You are connected and you're dealing with businesses here. They have the money. That little $1,000, that little 1,800, that little 2,000, whatever, is not going to hurt their pocket. They're ready to pay it because this is what they're used to doing. Okay. Also, another benefit, when you get certified, you can work anywhere, especially undeserved areas. And that's what we're going to talk about today, the rural areas, why y'all should go over there and set up shop. Okay. And how they're going to be ready and happy to see you because you are the solution, Smiley. Okay. You don't need an office or a clinic or even a big city. Rural areas, that's what we're talking about this today. Rural areas, they're small towns, even underserved urban communities need access to mobile testing, and they'll pay you for your convenience, guys. Most people overlook the rural areas. It's a hidden gem. Okay, so outside major metro areas, being one of the few certified collectors in that area puts you in high demand. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm stepping in. I hope you listening to what I'm stepping in. Okay. Also, guys, when you get certified, this is a professional business, right? It opens doors for you. You have credibility, right? Once you're certified, you can partner with labs, government agencies, court systems. One of my students, her first day in business, she was at City Hall. She did 7 collections at City Hall, right? Private employees, also schools. We did a training, maybe like a few months ago, on different colleges, universities, and schools that need testing. So, guys, getting certified instantly increase your marketability, right? You are a professional. You're not just collecting P, you're stepping into a federally mandated, regulated compliance industry, guys. This is a big deal. Also, guys, it creates a foundation for multiple streams of income. Once you get certified, you can offer DOT, non-DOT. If you want to add on hair, oral, some of my students add on drug. I gotta watch the word. DNH, DNA. Also, create a compliance business. It's so many different niches for you guys to get off into once you get into this industry. So that's why I use my platform and I come live pretty much every day to talk to you guys about this opportunity. And I really try to spend a lot of time training and giving you guys understanding, because in all you're getting, get an understanding. Anyway, something else. Are there any is it LPNO, NPs, registered or practice registered nurse or nurse practitioner or chiropractor? If you are a chiropractor, nurse practitioner, or you know someone that is one, guys, y'all can really be collaborating and running up a bag, because they can do DOT physicals. One of my students, she's a chiropractor, so she does DOT collections and she does the DOT physical. She's charging $200 for DOT physicals, guys. So this is about learning what you have, networking with other people, expanding your reach, growing your pocket. Okay? And growing your pocket. Okay. Also, guys, the certification course, it is not long, it's short, right? It doesn't take years to get certified, right? I have people to get certified in a week, okay? Because once you take my training, I'm very succinct. I don't like fluff. I don't do fluff. I'm straight to the point. Once you get into my course, it is self-paced. You come and go as you please. But even though it's self-paced, it doesn't mean that you want to procrastinate on this, because it's plenty of bread out here to be made and people ready to give it to you, right? But they can't give it to you if you ain't certified and if you're not putting yourself out there, okay? Once you take my course, since I'm giving you DOT and non-DOT together, a lot of people offer them separately. It don't make sense to me. That's why I don't do it that way. If I want to do a quick money grab, I'll do it, but I ain't hurting for the money. I'll do that. Oh, here you go. You can get this for $100. When I know damn well that does you a disservice, right? You need both. Hello. So DOT and non-DOT, there's going to be material that you study, written material that you study. Once you study that material, you take a final exam. You have to score at least an 85% on that exam. If you don't pass it, you go right back in there and take it again. It's digital. Okay, no, you do not have to pay to retake the digital test. It's there. But there should be no reason you don't pass the test, right? Unless you just going in there saying any, mini, miny, mo. Like, come on, guys, this is a real thing here, right? And all by get an understanding. Okay. So anyway, once you do that, I have people that register for my course and they pass that within an hour of registering for the course. 1 hour. Because it's not hard. They say a third grader can pass the test. Okay, I got proofs. One of my students said, if you want to hear it, I'll let you hear it. Anyway, also, guys, so once you do that, you will start studying for your mock exam. Okay. The mock exam is where you're learning how to do these different collection scenarios, right? So once you start studying for your mock exam, you're going to learn how to do the temperature out of range, the shy bladder, uneventful, don't refuse to sign. You will also have a guide with you that you will have to keep with you everywhere you go. Once you get ready to take the mock exam, you're going to go to my calendar and you're going to book your mock. We will meet via Zoom. Zoom, you don't even got to leave your house. Via Zoom, we are going to meet and you do the demonstration. Okay. Do you teach how to set the business up? Do you offer forms for business setup? So in my training, I do show you steps to set up your business. I have everything step by step on what to do. As far as forms, I'm trying to see what forms do I have. I don't have any forms in there for business setup, but in my training, I do offer. I have marketing strategies. I have information in there for you to be able to contact lawyers and doctors and physicians. So I have templates, pre-written emails for you guys, editable flyers so you can use. What else? Oh my gosh, I got so much information in there. I have information in there for you to set up with TPAs if you want to. I have information in there for you to get your cage number once you want to start, bidding on government contracts. Oh my God, I got a lot of stuff in my training. I have to go through there, but I got a lot of stuff in there. But as far as setting up your business, yes, I show you what steps to take to set up your business. It's not hard, right? When you set up your business, and if you're setting this up like a business to get ready to partner with labs or for people to see you as a real professional in this industry, right? So you want to make sure you're set up as a business. You're going to have an EIN number, or you may decide that you want to get an LLC. It's up to you if you want to get an LLC or start off as a sole proprietorship. The companies don't care if you're a sole proprietorship or LLC. I always tell people to wait at least till you make your first G, get a little skin in the game, because you may decide that you want to be a nonprofit or incorporation. Guys, there's so many different niches for you to get off into in this industry. And you may be like, oh my gosh, I want to be set up as a nonprofit because now I'm set up with the reentry programs, right? So now you have big businesses paying you and writing you big checks, right? Because you are set up as a nonprofit. If you are a female, you may decide that you want to get your license to be a woman-owned business or minority-owned business. This is disadvantaged business. I even think they have, I think the vet for veterans as well. So get some skin in the game. Look around, see what's going on. See what's going on, right? That way you will know, okay, this is how I want to set up my business. No, I don't show you how to become a nonprofit or anything like that. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, any questions before I move on? Any questions before I move on? Any questions before I move on? Any questions? Any questions? Okay. Anyway, let me make something really clear right quick, guys. I'm zero tolerance on this platform. Zero. Zero. That's it. I'm not gonna give you no shine. I'm just gonna mute and block you and keep it moving because I don't have time. Get somebody else to teach you. Go on somebody else's page and do what they do. But over here, I'm zero tolerance. If y'all want to know about me, go to the profile. Check out the testimonials. The people will tell you what I do over here. But other than that, zero tolerance, boop, block, bam. I ain't gonna play. Anyway, any questions before I move on? Okay. So guys, also in my training, I have all type of information in my training, like as far as getting set up with like treatment centers and things like that, how to market to these different businesses, right? One of my students, she took my advice from the information that I, put in the training, and she's now set up with a treatment center, right? A lot of people would think, yes, you can do this in North Carolina. This is all 50 states. I'm virtual, so it doesn't matter where I am or where anybody else is. You can do this. It's available all 50 states. Your certification is valid in all 50 states. And when you take my course, it's an online self-paced course. Okay. So one of my students, she's now set up with a treatment center. So she does the testing for the treatment centers. Guys, and on the outside looking in, a lot of people will think that, oh my gosh, why would a treatment center want to deal with me? Like, I've had people to ask that question. Why would they call me? They're going to call a larger company. Guys, these businesses, they don't care nothing about that. They care about conveniency, flexibility, and compliance. This is what these companies care about. They don't care if you've been in business a day or 2 days. If you certified, qualified, and available, they want to deal with you. But also, you make it even easier for them because you're coming to their location to do the collection. This is what they need, right? Especially in these rural areas too, because we're going to touch on these rural areas right quick. Okay. So wait a minute. Let me give you guys this part before we go off into training, because I'm going to tell you about the training right quick, but then before we go off into all the gems in the mastermind. Okay. So when you take my course, thank you for the badge. When you take my course, there's a list. I have a list of approved labs that you can partner with. Okay. That you can partner with. You're going to the employer's location to do the test, right? You don't even have to have a car. I have people in New York. Y'all know people in New York. Everybody in New York don't drive, right? It just depends on your mindset and how you look at things. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so there's a list of labs that you can partner with. You only need one lab. You don't need, a lot of labs, just one lab. Okay. When you partner with the lab, they will put you in their database as a collection site, which those will be warm leads for you. Also, they may even ask you to service some of their clients for them. Okay. It's really up to you if you decide you want to service some of their clients or not. But I'm going to tell you this, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Because if I know you're charging this donor, this company, $150 per collection, you can't give me $10. You can't give me $20. I'm cool on that because I can go out here and make my own money. I can go out here and market my own. You know what I'm saying? I like to have control over my own money. You get set up with eScreen or FormFox. Yeah, they'll send you customers, but they're not paying no money. You see what I'm saying? And in this industry, it's a lot of money to be made in this industry. So why would I let anybody give me $10? Hello, I'm certified and qualified. You want to use me. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to stand on business. I want $75. I'll do it for half. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you have other skills under your belt. Like if you're a phlebotomist, right? When you're filling out your vendor form, they ask you how much you charge for hair, how much you charge for oral, how much you charge for blood draw, how much you charge for DOT physicals, right? They're asking these things because they're outsourcing. They want to partner with other people. These people are smart. Don't get it twisted. They're very smart. Them partnering with us, we help them make money and save money. The labs are closing at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They're not open on weekends. They ain't getting none of that post-accident money after hours. You see what I'm saying? And it would cost them billions of dollars to set up 30,000 collection sites. Every company wants to expand. It's all about expanding. If you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go further, you bring people with you. That's expanding. That's how you grow your pockets. That's how all companies operate. Hello. So they making money. We're helping them make money and save money because yes, they're sending us all our supplies for free. Yes, we don't have to pay to ship the specimen back, right? But guess what we're paying for? We're paying for them to do the analysis for us, right? So they're going to charge you to do that analysis. They don't love us, baby, and just want us to make some money. No, they try to make some too. Go to the profile and download my free guide on how to start a mobile testing business, right? So this is what happens. They're going to charge you. They can make sure. I have students that pay $7. I pay $12. 7, 12, you may pay 16, 18, 23. No, I pay 16. I pay 16. Anyway, 7, 12, 16, 18, 24, 30. You may have some that may want to charge you 50. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna get their bag, but you're gonna get yours too, because they understand numbers. They know they can't be in New York and North Carolina at the same time. You see what I'm saying? They know they can't get all their bread, so they trying to figure out who do we need to network with so we can get some more bread, right? So if they're just getting, if they get 30,000 partners, which is us, they get 30,000 partners and they're getting $1,800 per month from each partner, that's $54 million a month that they're getting. Hello, these people are super smart. This is why when one of my students, she was contracted out by a lab to come to their location to do the collections. They didn't hire anybody. You want to know why? Because employees are a liability. This is why. They want to be able to make the income, make some bread without the risk, without the responsibility. And that's why they partner with us. When they're dealing with employees, they got to pay them workers' comp if they get hurt on the job. If they fire them, now they got to give them unemployment. They got to give them health and dental and vision and all of the things, right? And if they take short-term disability, oh, now maybe they sick or they baby not feeling good, whatever. They don't want to, y'all know that. This is why so many people are losing their jobs now. And AI is taking over. But guess what? AI can't take over this. Like, that's not happening. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you putting yourself in a position where you have something to sell, for sale, of service, and something to offer to a business. I keep saying it and I'm going to keep saying it. Hello, I'm going to keep saying it. Okay. Anyway, so they making bread regardless. Why? If they send one of their employees off to go pass out some flyers or go network, they not doing that. Who doing that? How many of y'all done had to go do some marketing before? I used to. No, I'm finna go to my car. I'm finna go get something to eat. I'm finna go to the mall. I'm not passing out nothing because you're not paying me enough, right? But over here on this side, they want to partner with people with PhDs, baby, poor, hungry, and determined, because we're going to do what we got to do because we understand the numbers, right? We're going to pay them, but we ain't got to worry about no middleman. Hello? We're paying to continue to run our business, just like all these other companies out here that are part of the DNA consortium. Hello? They have to pay this money. They have to pay in order to run their business. They have to make sure that their employees are getting tested in order to keep their business afloat. This is what happens in business, guys. Hello? This is what's going on. As a business owner, I'm going to market my business. I'm gonna put my money. I'm gonna let my money make money for me. I'm gonna run ads. Hello, I'm gonna talk to people. I left corporate America over 13 years ago. You think I ain't out here talking? You think I ain't running my mouth? You think I'm sitting still and afraid and scared to invest? If I was, I'd be still at corporate America, baby. Because poor people believe their fears. Rich people believe their visions. Hello, understand me well. So of course you're gonna have to talk out here and you have to put your money where your mouth is. So of course we're gonna have a billboard. Of course we're gonna be on the radio. Of course we're gonna be in a chamber of commerce. Of course we're gonna be in a Black chamber of commerce. Hello. Of course we're gonna have some marketing material. Of course we're gonna be out here offering free compliance checks and offering a free random test in the month of September. You see what I'm saying? Because this is what businesses do. This right here is not for people that don't want to work. I'm just gonna keep it real, because don't nobody care about you being certified if they don't know who you are. No one knows who you are. Okay, you certified, now what? So are you gonna market your biz? Are you gonna let people know that this is what you do? Are you gonna send some emails? What you gonna do? You see that there's a job fair. Damn, okay, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, it's a job fair coming up in September. What am I gonna do? Because I'm working on this job. They not gonna let me off. So what do you do if you really trying to break out in this industry? You hire somebody to go say, I got a booth. I'm gonna hire you and pay you to sit at this booth for 8 hours. Put your money where it needs to go, baby. Let your money make money for you. Okay? Let's do the math, right? You hire somebody, listen, I got a booth. All you gotta do is have them to scan this checklist, and once they scan the checklist, I'll have it. They'll receive the information, and I can always market to them because you're going to use an email sequence. Guys, y'all got to work smart and not hard. This is the perfect time for you to build a business while you're still working, while you're at your peak, while you got a job, you got a check coming in, you're not stressed out about anything. Hello, build the business while you're at your peak. Why would you wait till they lay you off? Why would you wait till they fire you? Hello, you can start building this now. So how much you want to pay somebody? I want you to stay at this location 8 hours, okay? You pay them $10 an hour, that's $80 or $12. That's $96. Hello, that's you investing in your business. That's you sowing a seed into your business that you will get back because your money can be a loyal servant or a terrible master. Hello. Anyway, let me move on. So, guys, let's talk about the rural areas, right? Because a lot of people, they always ask, how about rural areas? Like, will this work here? Will this work? First of all, guys, it's going to work all 50 states. Why is this going to work all 50 states? Well, we only just talk about transportation. Anybody that drives a big truck, anyone that flies a plane, anyone that operates a train, public transportation, in school bus, they are federally mandated by law to get a test. Even though the people in the medical field is not DOT, they're still federally mandated by law to get tested. Anybody that's operating heavy machinery, they have to get tested. Athletes, they have to get tested. Guys, the list goes on and on, okay? But transportation, they have to get tested. Pre-employment testing, random testing, reasonable suspicion, post-accident, return to duty, follow-up, other, and every 3 months. So you having this skill under your belt, you always have the opportunity, guys, to get a bag. It's not going anywhere. If the trucks stop moving, if every employee in the world say, you know what, we don't want to do tests anymore. When it comes to transportation, no, that they can't do that. It's federally mandated by law. So if trucks stop moving, the world stops. If something happened where the trucks stop moving, baby, look up to the sky because we all getting ready to go. That's just real. We finna get ready to go. Baby, look up to the skies, see Jesus coming through the clouds. That's what I'm saying. If trucks stop moving. Hello? Okay. All right, guys. So rural areas. First of all, the reason why you decided to go and market to the rural areas, you ain't got no competition. None. There's no competition in the rural areas at all. They don't even have collection sites there, right? A lot of these rural areas, they have to drive 40, 45 miles just to go get a test, right? So it matters for you to go there. They need you there. You are the solution when you get there. So why does it matter to go to these rural areas to get testing? Because higher substance use rates in the rural areas. Rural communities, they often face elevated usage there, and they know that, right? I can't mention the substances that they use, but let's just say substances, okay? That's what they're using. Hey, girl, hey, say, that's what they're using, right? So when you decide to come to the rural area, I always tell my people, listen, you need to go on a rural area tour. You just need to take a tour, get that old school map out, and circle where you want to go. And you're gonna go about 2 weeks at a time, maybe a month, right? If you got grown kids, if you single, or if your husband, your wife, or whomever, boyfriend, girlfriend, if they don't mind you going out here and go get your bread, you need to go to the rural areas, okay? And what you want to do is you're going to make your presence known before you get there. How do you make your presence known before you get there? A billboard. A billboard in a rural area, guys, you can get a billboard in a rural area for $75. You can get on the radio for $35, right? You can get an ad in the paper for about $30, $50, right? So you make your presence known before you get there. So when you get there, they're like, oh my gosh, I see your billboard. Oh, I see your ad in the paper. Oh my gosh, I heard you guys on the radio, right? So you're going to make your presence known when you get there, okay? So when you showing up to these rural areas, you are the solution, baby. And listen, 9 times out of 10, the companies that you are talking to are out of compliance, because when they get a notification that they have to send their workers off site to go get a test, that's an issue because that puts a damper in their workflow, their money flow. They got projects they trying to complete, deadlines that they got to meet. So them sending their people out, that's not happening. This is why auditors exist. Do you think auditors exist because people are doing things right? Auditors exist because people are out of compliance. Hello? And they're not getting hit with no little traffic ticket fine, baby. They're getting hit with 16,000 plus per violation. And I can be very transparent. When me and my husband first started our trucking company, he was the only one driving. So if I got a notification that he had to go get a random test, he wasn't going because listen, he the only one driving. No, we gotta handle this. We've already took this load or these loads, and and my husband worked like he's self-made people. So that wasn't happening. So I know firsthand that this happens. This is how I know that 9 times out of 10, the businesses that you talk to will be out of compliance. Hello. No, it's virtual. Everything is virtual. I know that they're out of compliance, man. I've been in the game too long. So I've covered, listen, I know what I'm talking about. They're out of compliance, right? So you showing up, baby, show up ready to dominate. Also, just say, for instance, if you say, you know what? I'm going to work this rural area. I'm going to see how much I can make out here. And you know how often they need tests, but you ask questions. How do you learn? By asking questions. You ask them questions, right? And you may be like, you know what? I think I want to put a location here. If you decide to put a location in a rural area or just hire somebody to stay mobile and they show up to the locations when they need it, you are already, say if you decide to get a location, you are already showing up as a pillar of the community. How are you doing that? How am I showing up as a pillar of the community? Well, first of all, if you get a location there now, you paying overhead there. You paying rent to somebody. You paying a water bill to somebody. You paying a light bill to somebody. You paying somebody. You've hired somebody. So now what does that mean? That means the income that's being generated is being spent in that area. They're not taking, say if a location, we're just gonna say one location. Say if one location is spending $60,000 per year. And that's a low number. $60,000 per year on testing. If they take that money 55, 60 miles away from their community, that money will never ever circulate back in that community again. So if you have a location there or if you're hiring somebody there, some of that money will circulate in that community. Does that make sense? Let me know. Comment below. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Also, for those on the outside looking in, and for those that have been watching me for a while, you guys know this week only that when you register for the course, you're also going to get my oral fluid certification course for free, along with my PhD closer and my compliance field guide. So that's a $550 value for free. I don't really offer my oral course that much. I offer it in my training. So I'm giving you guys an opportunity to add on a bag, add on another high-paying skill that pays the bills. Okay. Anyway, guys, so let's get through. Let's get done. Let's get done. Also, guys, what happens when they send one of their workers off-site to get a test? If they know that they've been, participating in a little, smoking a pancake over the weekend, they're going to cheat that test. Okay. They're going to make sure they drive, go somewhere so they can go get some synthetic urine or some monkey business or something like that to alter the test. This is something that happens in the rural areas. So that's a pain point for them. Limited access to testing sites. That's a pain point for them. Clinics, labs, they may be hours away. So that's causing significant downtime in the operation. Baby, they ain't got time. It's about money. Hello. If you can make things more convenient for them, make sure they stay in compliance. Hello. And they not getting hit with them $16,000 in fines, and they not losing money by sending their people out. Baby, that little $100, 125, 150, 175 that you decide to charge them is a drop in the bucket for them. They care nothing about that. Hello. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? They care nothing about that. Also, guys, rural businesses, they often lack in our HR support. So guess what? Insurance, they face losing their insurances. And also a lot of these companies, especially construction companies, they can lose their insurance and also bids because they want to make sure that these people are getting tested. I ain't finna listen. They're like, we paying you guys $20 million to do this project. You're trying to tell me you got people at your job on the smoke? Listen, they don't have time for that. They don't have time for that. So these are the pain points that they deal with in the area, guys. So when you show up, you're offering fast, reliable turnaround time. You saving them, cost savings. Hello. And then you can also customize the compliance support for them. Everybody got a job. You coming to just educate these people on compliance and offering them compliance audits. They not doing all of that because everybody got a job. This is why auditors exist, because when companies try to keep up with their stuff, which they don't, they get hit with a fine. So you're letting them know, oh, don't worry, I'm going to make sure that you're audit ready. Your documentation will be right here for you to be audit ready. That's what you're letting them know. This is what they want to hear. You don't show, oh, yeah, I can do a cheap collection. No, that ain't how we showing up. We ain't got to show up like that. You know what I'm saying? If you come to them and with their pain points, which in my training, I got so many different industries in there with the pain points. Also, for my PhD closer, that's what you guys are getting. You're getting a PhD closer in my field guide. But my PhD closer has the pain points of all these different industries. I think I got at least about 10 different industries in there. The pain points, the solutions, pre-written scripts and emails for you to be able to contact them. You'll know how to talk to these companies. Hello. Also, guys, non-compliance penalties for DOT regulated employees like trucking companies, aviation companies, they risk high fines too. Baby, you want to get connected quickly. If you want to get out of struggle, stay out of struggle, you got to have some 2-sell, 4-sell of service and something to offer to a business. Like I said, guys, billboards, radio ads, local newspaper, chamber of commerce, mailers. Hello, local partnerships, guys. You can collaborate with staffing agencies, clinics, or training schools as well. Go to the churches. Go to the church. Yeah, I'll give some tithes and offerings if you promote my business. So it's so many ways for you to network and market your business. So testing in rural areas matter more due to elevated substance. Baby, they using it, trust and believe. Also, you including the distance, fixed mileage, testing sites, compliance. Baby, listen, compliance is no joke. This is what scares the companies. Compliance, an audit. They don't want to deal with that. But they take the risk all the time because they're chasing the money. They're chasing the bag. So they take risks all the time. Okay. Any questions before I move on? Any questions? So do you guys understand the rural areas, why you would test in the rural areas, why you are of benefit to the companies in the rural areas? Again, guys, you do not need a location. You're traveling. So they got to pay you for that travel too. Hello, they got to pay you for travel. Hello. Also, guys, in this industry, listen, I know everybody, some people be ready to, baby, let me get a government contract quickly. Let me get one. Take your time, right? Be okay with your 10 to 15 collections per week, right? Guys, literally 3 tests per day. Even if you did 2 tests per day at $125, that's $5,000 a month. If you're doing 3 at $125, that's $7,500 per month, right? So guys, take your time, get some skin in the game. You're new in the industry, right? You're going to learn different systems. There's going to be different people that you're working with. You think in this industry, you're not going to talk to anybody, right? So you may have one particular person at eScreen or Foreign Fox if you're dealing with them, or your MRO or your nurse or your lab, whoever that you're dealing with, right? Over at eScreen and you know that you only want to talk to Sheila. Like you talking to Sheila because you and Sheila got a work understanding. Sheila know how to move, understand what to send you. If you working on a huge contract and you fooling with John that don't care nothing about his job, that's the last person you want to talk to. So you're learning these different people while you're in the industry. You're learning different systems, right? And if you just listen on the weekend, post accident, stuff like that, that's extra. But literally 3 tests per day or 2 tests per day. Ask yourself, how much do you want to make a month? You see what I'm saying? How much do you want to make a month, right? And don't trick yourself out your spot telling yourself that no one is want to deal with you or you have to be a huge company. One of my students, she was a first responder for a helicopter crash. A helicopter crash. She got a call at 1:30 in the morning, right? For a helicopter crash. She did 3 collections. She made over $1,800, right? Why? Because she's dealing with a business. Businesses. Hello. Businesses. You want to be connected to a business. And not once did they say, how long you been? And that was actually her first time ever doing a collection. They didn't ask her, how long you been in business? How big is your, they don't care. They went on Google and they pulled up drug testing near me. And she came up and she answered her phone and she was available. Guys, this industry is untapped. This is an untapped market. There's not a lot of people doing this because a lot of people don't even know about it. Matter of fact, there's people that work for Quest, LabCorp, and all these different labs. They don't even know that they can do this, start their own business. I've talked to a lot of them. I've trained several of them. One of my students had been working for the lab 23 years. She didn't even know that she could do this. She didn't know. Because what? They not finna tell her. Who they telling? They're not telling anyone to do it. Hello? Hello. Oh, I got a question over here on Facebook. How do you get the testers? Is it by mail? So I'm trying to understand your question. I'm going to break it down in 2 ways because I think you're trying to ask a certain way. So when you are marketing, so first of all, no. Oh, like mailing it off. Oh, yeah. So whenever you do the collections, you're going to ship your specimen to the lab. We don't do any analysis, guys. Ain't that great? We ain't got to learn all that extra stuff. We just learn how to do the collection. That's it. That's all. Do the collection, seal it up, put it in the FedEx, and ship it off. And guess what? You don't even have to pay for the FedEx to ship it off. And did you know it costs about $30 to send a FedEx package 24 hours? So you ain't even got to pay for that. So yeah, you do the collection, seal it up, ship it off. That is it. That is it. That is all. Unless you're dropping it off at a LabCorp or a CVS or Walgreens or something like that. Other than that, a LabCorp or something like that. Other than that, baby, you just ship it off. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Any other questions before I move on? Okay, guys. So there's no degree required to do this. No degree. Let me say it again. No degree required to do this. If you have a felony and it's not a non-violent crime, it depends on the state that you're in. I know Alabama, when you go apply for a business license, they will ask you to do a background check because you may be dealing with elderly people or children, or minors under the age of 18, of course, minors. So, but if you do not have a violent crime, and it depends on the state that you're in, if they ask you to run a background check, that's what they're looking for. If you want to get into this industry and you have a violent crime, you can't do, and it's violent, and you can't do the testing, then you want to be a trainer. You just want to be a trainer because you're doing this virtually. You just want to be a trainer, okay? Any questions before I move on? Thank you for your question over on FB. Y'all, we got to say FB over here. Y'all know TikTok AI, they don't play. They jealous. They are jealous. Okay. So anyway, guys, your certification is valid in all. Thank you guys for the share. Your certification is valid in all 50 states for 5 years. Laboratory partnerships, okay? Oh, let's talk about that right quick. So when you partner with a lab, and I told you they're going to charge you for that analysis, okay? I don't know how they're going to want you to pay them. They may want you to pay them in a week, 2 weeks. I'm set up on a net 30, okay? So my net 30, any analysis that they do for me, they send me an invoice. I have to have that invoice paid within 30 days. How do you get paid? You're getting paid directly from the company. right? You can take cash, credit card, debit card, Stripe, Square, set you up a business bank account so you can set up authorize.net or iHeartland Merchant, right? Or you may be dealing with a company, they may want to write you a check. It happens in business, right? You may do a huge hiring event or something like that. One of my girls, Heather, I talk about her all the time. She actually just got certified with me last week. But she was one of the young ladies that she was working for a company, right? But she was the main contact for this company. She would do every company, anytime they want to test, they contacted her. Anyway, she did 100 collections for them. She said, Coach Portia, since I started listening or watching your live videos, I started paying attention to the invoices. She said, girl, I did 100 collections and that invoice was $10,500. The company got she did all the work. She did all the work. But the company got $10,500 and she got paid by the hour. By the hour. She's certified and qualified now, baby. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm like, girl, baby, you finna, baby. You listen. I'm a free agent with not one non-compete agreement signed. Hello, baby. She said no room for advancement. They don't offer overtime, and they ain't paying nothing. She's making them all the money. And this is what happens, guys, when you work for people. They make all the money. You are the money, because if you didn't show up, they won't make no money. They got a product, they got a location, but if you ain't showing up, they can't make no money. If the doors are closed, how they gonna make some money? You the money. You are the money. You're the currency. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm so excited. She's certified qualified. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for her, man. I'm so excited. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of people don't know. They don't know they can do this. So that's why we need more people talking about this opportunity. Spread the word, guys. Tell somebody. Tell a friend. Tell a foe. Baby, tag somebody and let them know. Because enough people do not know about this. Our brothers and sisters are going through the same thing. We have brothers and sisters that's working jobs but sleeping in their car. Working jobs and sleeping in storage units. On TikTok, all I see, people lost their job, got fired. They laid off over 300,000 Black women since July. Baby, we can't sit around here playing with these people. We cannot sit around here and be complacent and comfortable playing with these people. There's no such thing as job security. Hello? Tap in. Anyway, guys, if you want to be a specimen collector and start your own testing service, it is $400. You'll be certified for both DOT and non-DOT. Yes, my courses the mock come included with my course, okay? Payment plans are available, guys. Sizzle, ShopPay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay, okay? If you want to be a specimen collector plus a trainer, as a trainer, you can train your own employees. If you decide to expand, you can train other people, employees. You can sell your own courses as another stream of income. You can start your own virtual training center from the comfort of your own home or anywhere you got internet. So that means that if you want to be a digital, what they call them, digital traveler, you can be somewhere in Bali and still run your business in the USA as a trainer, right? As a trainer, you open up 10 plus streams of income for yourself. And today, guys, for the ones that's just coming in, when you register for my course this week, you get the oral fluid collection training for free with a PhD closer, as well as my compliance field guide. It's a $550 value for free. Okay, so you open up 10 plus streams of income for yourself as an instructor. I'm going to go over these 10 plus streams right quick, and then we're going to open the floor for any questions and then end the live. For those of you just coming in, like, what is this about? Go to my profile, download the free guide on how to start your own mobile testing service. Okay, y'all ready? Ready. Okay, so we're all for 10 ways now. Okay, so You're already getting paid to do non-DOT, which is $55 to $85. This is your business. You can charge whatever you want to charge. You may have some companies that charge 20, 30, 50. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You can charge whatever you want to charge. It was one of my students in Florida. She said she was getting $250 for DOT testing. She in Florida. I ain't never got 250. And I ain't never been charged 250 either, right? So, but it just depends. Another one of my students, she did a post-accident in Illinois. She charged them $250 for a post-accident. It was in the middle of the day. It wasn't even after hours. You see what I'm saying? So it really, Pete, listen, in business, they want something quick because time is money. You got lab A and lab B. You got lab A that may charge $75, but the wait time is 4 hours. You got lab B, they charge them $175, and the wait time is 30 minutes. As a business, the company is going to who finna get them in and out. That's how it works. Baby, these companies don't care about that little change. These companies don't care about that change, okay? So for DOT, 125 to 250. That's 2 streams of income, okay? 3 streams. Now that you are a trainer, Valerie, right? You're going to promote your course, just like all the other colleges out here. Promoting their course, DeVry University and all the other people promoting their, come to us, get your degree here, get your trade. Like, that's what they're doing. So you're going to do the same thing. You better be out here promoting your course. Why? Because you know what you're offering to the people is needed. Hello? Dang, it's a lot of people out here got a degree and can't get no job. And that's just facts. A lot of people got a degree, been out of work for 3 and 4 years. Because the only thing oversaturated out here is them degrees. Okay? So 3 streams of income. They want to know, girl, how much you charge for your course? Because listen, I see some other people promoting the course, and I've been wanting to get into this for a long time, but I ain't really vibing with them like that. I'm vibing with you. So how much is your course, guys? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the prices out here, but the prices are pricing, okay? I've seen non-DOT for $750. I've seen DOT for $900. They go up into the thousands of dollars. One girl told me she's seen $6,000. Like, oh Lord, right? I understand. You can put your whole family on. This is recession proof. It makes sense. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, you charge what you want to charge, right? So that is 3 streams of income. 4 streams of income, someone come to you, they say, hey, I see you offering that DOT course. I was looking at somebody else, but they was talking about going to like the 7-Eleven bathroom and the Walmart bathroom to do the test. That ain't make sense to me. And I just watched your live and you told me that we will be doing mobile collection and we're actually going to go to the employer's location to do the test. That's right, right? So the people that you was watching on social media that pulled up at the 7-Eleven, they ain't doing no test, baby. So you was right. That didn't sit right in your spirit because they're dry turkey. They're scamming. They probably ain't certified. I'm just gonna keep it real. They ain't certified. They ain't certified, okay? So how much do you charge? Speaking of not certified, let me touch on this right quick. If you have anybody out here, anybody on this social media site, anybody in person, I don't care. If they're telling you to go to the Quest website to go get certified, to take the test or learn, and then come to them to do the mock exam, run, I bet you, I can guarantee you they're not even certified, baby, because the Quest website, it clearly states that their training is not DOT approved. Their training is in-house training for their employees only. Y'all stop fooling with these giant turkeys that only want to do a money grab out here. Baby, this is federal. You're going to have these people having you messed up out here. Federal. Hello. They are all talking about Kay in North Carolina that do testing, baby. Anyway, so they gonna have y'all messed up out here, baby. We're talking about this is federal penalties, baby. Federal do not play. So please, I understand it may sound good, because it's cheap and they only gonna charge me $100 or $75 or whatever people charge for mock exam. You're not certified. You're not qualified. They're scamming you. They're jive turkey, and I can guarantee you they're not a trainer. which is unfortunate. They're not a trainer, but baby, it's a lot of scams going out here around on this here internet. People don't want to work hard. They don't want to work. They just want to scam. So follow a real one. Go to my testimonials, a proven track record of what I do over here. Man, okay, so you cannot go to no Quest website and get no training. Read, people. Read it. It tells you clearly right there. So anyway, next, 4 streams of income. That was 4 streams. 5 streams of income. Mock. Let's talk about the mock exam. So you're gonna have people that may have went to another company to take the training, right? But they was like, damn, I didn't know it didn't come with the mock. I thought it came. My stuff came included because I paid $900. And I'm gonna show y'all the prices. Y'all think I'm let me show y'all these prices. Y'all want to see these prices? Let me show y'all these prices out here. They ain't playing, baby. They running up a bag on the people, baby. They ain't playing. They is not playing. Look at that. Mock exam, $700. So they like, damn, I didn't know they were gonna charge me $700 for no mock. But now I need an instructor where I can take the mock exam, okay? For those that may have went through another company, took the written part, but now they're looking for a trainer. I charge $175 for my mocks, okay? If they did not take my course comes with the mock, okay? So that is 5 streams of income. You're gonna have people. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this one right quick. You're gonna have people that's already served. They're gonna want to look at that $900 for DOT, baby. They ain't playing out here. They is not playing any games out here, baby. They said, listen. They said, give me your cheddar, give me your cheddar. Okay. You have. Oh, can I click on this one? Okay. So 6 streams of income. There's gonna be people that are already certified. Right, I'm telling you, girl. Yes, come on through. Yes. You're gonna be grateful. I told you very detailed, no, very. So that's one of my students too, guys. This is one of my students right here. She is amazing. She's very detailed. I love her. So $2,000. So the $2,000 class is if you're already certified, but you want to be a trainer, right? So with me, if they're already certified, I only charge $500 for my trainer course. But as you can see, I offer the bundle, right? Is what I've been showing you guys the whole time. I offer the bundle for six. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to use that one. Wait a minute. Because TikTok AI be tripping, y'all. So let me. Okay, as you can see, I offer the bundle for $600, right? You're getting DOT certified, non-DOT certified. You get the mocks and the trainer course for $600. I spin the block. I always spin the block and help my people. That's just how it always be. I spin the block every time, okay? Listen, I paid the prices so the other people don't have to do it. So you didn't have to do it. I paid the prices, okay? Anyway, so that's 6 streams of income, 7 streams of income, guys. Mentorship. You're going to have people that pay $1,500 for their certification, don't know what they doing. They done went to a jive turkey that did scam them. Now they need some help, right? So if you come into this industry, you instead of chasing success, become a person of value. Hello, become a person of value. That way, your name will be spoken in rooms you ain't never walked in before. If you become a person of value, the money will chase you down, baby. You'll be running from it. Hello, mentorship. People book me for mentorship all the time. Hello, 8 streams of income. There's going to be people that may want to do in-person certification classes. You can do that as yes, I mentor. You can do that as a trainer. One of my students, Latasha, she does 2 live in-person classes per month, and her classes are always full. If you go to my testimonials, you'll see her testimonial there. She does 2 live in-person classes per month. Her classes are always full. That's 8 streams of income. 9 streams of income. Guys, I offer the mock preparation handheld session. That is for people that have horrible anxiety when it's time to take tests. I've been on here, 90 minutes? Let me do my little puzzle. When it's time to take tests, right? So I charge I think 175 for that. 10 streams of income, guys. Since I am a trainer and I offer the mock certification, I offer the mock exam. Of course, I'm going to sell mock supplies. Hello. So that's 10 streams of income. I also offer fatal flaw training, corrective training. That's 11 streams of income, right? Also, since I got into this, right, I now collect hair, oral, nails, and DNA. So that's like 16 streams of income I have with this, because I started this, because I said yes. I've added on multiple streams of income, guys. Okay. So getting started is not hard. The test is not hard. The course, like, guys, none of those things are hard. Okay. The hard part is going to be getting you out of your feelings. That is the hard part. And like I said, this week, guys, you're going to get the oral fluid collector training for free with the PhD closer. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show y'all this right quick. Y'all not on the other platform, so y'all can't see these, but I'm going to show them on here. You're getting the PhD closer, my field guide, and you are getting the oral collector training. That's what you're getting. Another high-paying skill that pays the bills, okay? Any questions? The hard part, guys, is getting you out your feelings. People be deep off in their feelings, bro. That's just the truth. People be in their feelings. They are afraid to make moves. They're already telling themselves that they're not good enough and they ain't gonna make no money and ain't nobody gonna fool with them and yada 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 and yada yada do da. Right? But at the end of the day, baby, are you winning now? You ain't got time to be in your feelings. Ain't no bag in there. You don't have time to be in your feelings. There's no bag in there. Baby, they have what they doing. They want to cut off Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, yams, or whatever they call them. Like they're coming for the people 401k. These people do not care. You got to put yourself in position to thrive. And you have to be willing to make moves to get you to your next level, to discover whatever your purpose is, baby, because your purpose does not discover you. You discover it by moving. Guys, I've had 70 jobs. 70. Hello. I've had 70 jobs. Hello. I had to move, baby. Through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. I know how to do so many things. I've learned how to do so many things. And I'm a creator. God created me to create. Was given the power to obtain wealth. I create all the time. Hello. Is it valid whether you find a course? When you register for my course on my website, you'll get access to the course. Yes, this is valid. Go to my testimonials. Y'all want to hear some testimonials? Go to my testimonials. They're on there. Go to my profile. Matter of fact, I got a new testimony in my training today, so y'all, let's listen to it. If y'all got to leave, I understand. But I'm going to let y'all hear these, period. I'm going to let y'all hear this. We got new testimonials. Okay, let's see. Let's go to testimonials. Period. Let's go to see more. Here we go. This is LaAsia. Let me let my little laptop speak for me. Y'all ready?
Coach Portia's Elite Specimen Training is the truth. I've been a student of Coach Portia for almost 2 years, and I'm proud to say I'm finally putting my DOT and non-doc drug testing certificate to use. I passed my course in February, opened my brick and mortar in July, and recently passed my Train the Trainer course so I can certify others. Portia is the real deal. No fluff, just straight to the point. If you study her course, you will pass. I'm living proof. This isn't an easy, get-rich overnight business, but it is possible. Keep marketing, keep showing up, and don't let fear hold you back. Can't wait for her DNA course to relaunch so I can add another income stream to my business.
Period. Period. Y'all stop playing. Stop playing. This is what I do. I'm not new to this. I don't just sell courses, baby. I create winners. Hello. It's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. Period. Everything I touch turned to gold. When anybody connected to me gonna get a bag.
My testimony.
Here's another
Long
one.
overdue, it's official. Even though it was official when I decided to join Coach Portia on this new journey. When I tell you it wasn't as bad as I thought it
How
would
can I do
be.
everything?
When I
You want the
first
one for
joined, I said there is
600.
no way I'm going to get this done. But I did exactly what Coach said to do, and guess what? I have partnered with a lot of nice companies here in my area. All you have to do is just first study all the material she has given us. Plus keep the DOTN non-dot handbook with you at all times. You will need it to reference it. Pass the exams and the mock exam. When it came to a lab, I did a lot of research, but ended up using NDS. They were a better fit for me. I stayed on top of my social media pages because I collaborated with a treatment center that just opened and 2 home health care agencies. I could keep going, but I just wanted to encourage you all that it can be done. I know that people may get tired of me saying this, but I thank Coach Portia for everything. She made this process go so smoothly with giving us the necessary tools and information to succeed. Have a blessed day, team. You got this. Be encouraged, not discouraged. Hands with medium skin tone pressed together.
Period. Period. Y'all want to hear some more? Y'all want to hear some more? I got time today. I'm a phlebotomist and I have a company name, EIN. How do I do the rest? As for drug testing, if you register for my course, yeah, you'll get everything in my training. So if you go to my link in my profile, if you want to do the training, then you want the one for 600. But to this week only, guys, you're getting the oral fluid collector training, my PhD closer in the field guide for free. Period. Period, 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 poo, period, poo. Period, poo. Y'all want to hear some more testimonials? I have plenty. Listen, I have so many testimonials I haven't posted. If I go and post all the testimonials I have, man, I will tear the FYP up. Hello, you'll be like, I'm tired of this girl. All she do.
The training's almost like grabbing me by the hand and walking me through the whole process. It's too easy. Like you make it. I don't know. Like you just can't fail.
I know, right?
You just can't fail. There's no way you can fail. You know. I guess the only way of failing is just not showing up.
Period.
Coach Portia.
Only way you will fail is if you don't show up. Are you gonna show up or nah? Are you gonna show up or nah?
This is Chrissy. I just completed my course on drug testing. And let me tell you, first, hands down, to get in the course was very easy. And I ain't even gonna mention the price. Like, we not even gonna talk there. I ain't met nobody who's giving out the better prices yet. But once you get in the course is comprehensive, it's easy, you get to go at your own pace, and it motivates you to interact with each other. So that was amazing. It gave me the motivation I needed. I understood it. It was easy to follow. Answered any questions. It was less than 24 hours. Any questions I had, she responded with in less than 24 hours. Very supportive. If you have not taken the course, please, please, please. And don't miss out on that opportunity for Train the Trainer. I just learned. You don't want to miss out on that. Yo, my gosh. I thank you so much. I thank you. You have just changed my life and my family's life. I really appreciate you.
Go to the testimonials, guys. They're there. They're all there. Anyway, guys, any questions before I end the live tonight? Thank you guys so much for all the hearts and the shares and the comments and just lending me your ear, allowing me to talk to you guys and do what it is that I love to do. I love to mentor. I love to train. This is what I do. I'm working in my passion. Do you know what your passion is? Are you working in your passion, right? You just got to be willing to move. I don't know where you would end up once you start, but all I know is you have to start doing something, right? It's going to give birth to new ideas. Yeah, you can send me a message Yeah, you can send me a message. Send me a message. You can send me a message. It's gonna give birth to new ideas. You just don't know. We never know, right? I'm working on things that I never thought that I would be doing. You couldn't even told me 5 months ago that I'd be doing. You just never know, but you have to be willing to sow seeds. Where focus goes, energy flows. So you have to be willing to bet on yourself. You have to know that you're not who you're going to be yet. I don't care what nobody told you. I don't care what you think about yourself or don't think about yourself. You are not who you're going to be yet. So you have to be willing to take risks, take chances, right? Blind faith, baby. My whole life has been a faith walk. Okay. I had no choice but to boss up. I had no choice but to walk out on faith because the companies was gonna tell me I'm not good enough. I did 2 months of college. So that means I got a high school diploma, right? They gonna tell me I ain't good enough. They want me to go to school for years and pay $150,000 just to be broke. I think not, right? So I have the freedom to continue to create, reach back and pull others with me, right? And I will continue to create. I will continue to grow. I'm not who I'm going to be yet, and neither are you. But you have to take risks, baby. Because these people, baby, they don't care. they land folks off left and right. They don't care about your children, about you, who you got to feed, and who you got to take care of. You got to care. You have to say enough is enough, and you have to bet on yourself, period. Do yourself a favor. Go to my profile, go to my testimonials, go to my kingdom systems. Is it kingdom systems or kingdom principles? Let me see which one. It's under kingdom principles. Go listen to those kingdom principles. I stand on principles. I was telling my husband the other day, if I wouldn't stand on these kingdom principles, the project that I'm working on now, I probably would have quit. I know I wouldn't have made it this far if I was not standing on principles. I stand on principles and I'm unmovable and I'm unshakable. Hello? When it comes to these principles, y'all gonna have to stand on some principles, understand these principles, and apply these principles so you can get exactly what it is that you want in this life. Your dominion. Okay, you got control over your dominion. You got dominion over your own life, your own circumstances, your own skills, your own business. You got control over that. You got control over your tongue. Hello? Be careful what you speak out of that mouth of yours. I'm just saying, be careful. You control that. Nobody else controls that. I'm